What does it truly mean to have a life worth living? Not a life that just passes the days, but one that feels meaningful, where you wake up with purpose, go to bed with peace, and move through your day knowing you matter. Let's face it, life can wear us down. Relationships fade, roles shift, and sometimes you wonder if anyone really sees you. But here's the truth. Your life can be extraordinary. Not because it's perfect, but because you choose to live it with courage, clarity, and intention. This isn't just about motivation. It's about transformation. And it begins right here, with 8 powerful shifts that will help you build a life that truly feels worth living. Your life begins to transform the moment you stop pretending your past doesn't matter. People carry so much shame over the things they've done, or the things that were done to them, that they go silent. They become fragmented versions of themselves, cautiously moving through life, hoping no one notices the wounds. But those very wounds hold the key to meaning. Your suffering, your failures, your heartbreak, they are not footnotes to be buried. They are the plot. And when you own your story, when you stop running from it and instead say, yes, this is what happened, and here's who I became because of it, you reclaim authority over your life. The past only owns you when you refuse to face it. But when you confront it with honesty and courage, it becomes the foundation for something sacred: character. The path forward doesn't lie in denial. It lies in acceptance, brutal, precise, honest acceptance, and then in action. You don't get to start over, but you do get to start again, and that's enough. One of the great lies people internalize, especially those who have been dismissed, overlooked, or criticized, is that their dreams or opinions require permission. Permission to speak, to change, to desire more than what they've been handed. But waiting for permission is a guarantee for stagnation. No one is coming to tap you on the shoulder and tell you now's the time to pursue what matters. You have to decide that your life is yours to build. And it is. When you internalize that truth, you stop asking, "Am I allowed to want this?" and start declaring, "This matters to me, and I'm going to act on it." That is how you start living intentionally, rather than reactively. That's when meaning begins to take root. People recoil at the word responsibility, as if it's a weight they can't bear. But the truth is, it's the only thing that makes life bearable. It's what gives it structure. Meaning is not found in pleasure or escape or some distant fantasy. It's found in the disciplines you willingly shoulder. When you take responsibility, real responsibility, for your choices, your mood, your relationships, you stop being a victim of the world and start becoming an agent within it. You realize that no one else is going to rescue you from your despair, and no one else should. It's a sobering thought, but it's also profoundly liberating. Because now you're in charge. You can choose to aim higher. You can take the chaos in your life and start to sort it, piece by piece. You can make something of yourself, not because the world owes you anything, but because you owe it to yourself. That's the moment you begin to build a life worth living. Not when everything feels good, but when everything means something. And meaning always begins with responsibility. You can't live a deep life if you're constantly numbing yourself with distractions. And most people are scrolling, binge-watching, filling the silence with noise so they don't have to face what's underneath. But that avoidance comes at a cost. When you lose your relationship with silence, you lose your relationship with yourself. Because it's in the quiet that the truth starts to speak. It's uncomfortable, yes, but that discomfort is the signal. It means there's something inside you asking to be heard. So you have a choice. Live a shallow, anesthetized existence where the days blur together. Or slow down, sit with your own thoughts and ask, what matters? What do I want to build? That's the beginning of depth. Depth requires courage. It demands honesty. And it promises transformation. There's a hard truth people don't want to face. Not every relationship deserves to stay in your life. Many of us cling to connections that no longer support who we're becoming, out of guilt, out of fear, out of habit. But you cannot build a meaningful life in an emotional environment that's toxic, manipulative, or indifferent to your growth. The people around you should challenge you, yes, but not destroy you. They should hold you accountable, not hold you hostage. And if you're constantly questioning your worth in someone's presence, that's not love. That's erosion. You must begin to recognize the difference between loyalty and self-abandonment. Your relationships should nourish your spirit, not drain your life force. This doesn't mean you walk away the moment things get hard. No, relationships take work. But when that work becomes a one-sided excavation of your self-worth, you have to step back and ask, is this connection rooted in respect or in fear? Because who you allow into your life directly impacts who you become. Choose wisely. Bitterness is a parasite. It feeds on your past and infects your future. And it always starts as something justified. You were hurt. You were betrayed. You were unseen. And in response, you hardened your heart, thinking it would protect you. But all it does is trap you in a loop of anger and isolation. Forgiveness is often misunderstood. It's not saying what happened was okay. It's saying, I refuse to let it define me any longer. It's releasing your grip on the pain so that it stops poisoning everything else you try to build. That doesn't mean forgetting. It doesn't mean pretending. It means choosing freedom over vengeance. It means acknowledging the wound, grieving it, and then, when you're ready, moving forward without dragging the corpse of your past behind you. We are not meant to simply absorb the world. We are meant to shape it. But most people have forgotten that. They spend their lives consuming other people's opinions, other people's lives, other people's validation, until they lose touch with the very thing that makes them human, the ability to create. And I don't just mean painting or writing or building businesses. I mean creating meaning, creating order from chaos, creating something, anything, that reflects your values, your insight, your experience. When you create, you assert yourself against the void. You take the raw material of your pain, your joy, your uncertainty, and you turn it into something real. And that act, no matter how small, gives you dignity. It gives you structure. It says, I was here. I mattered. The problem is we wait to feel inspired, as if creativity is something that strikes like lightning. But in truth, it's a discipline, a decision. You don't create because it's easy. You create because it's necessary. It's how you build a life that isn't just observed, but lived. Drifting is one of the most dangerous things a person can do. You get up, go through the motions, do what's expected, and years pass. But meaning is never found in passivity. You must live with sacred intent. That means knowing what you value and aligning your actions with it every single day. It means treating your time as something holy. It means speaking with precision, loving deliberately, working toward goals that actually mean something to you, not just ones that impress others. Sacred intent doesn't mean perfection. It means purpose. It's the opposite of chaos. It's the act of saying, this moment matters. This decision matters. I matter. And that mindset can transform a broken, scattered life into one that is integrated, powerful, and deeply fulfilling. You were never meant to simply survive. You were meant to feel alive. So ask yourself tonight, not what did I get done, but did I live on purpose? If this message stirred something in you, don't let it fade. Backhand index pointing right, leave a comment below. Which of these points hit home the most for you? Backhand index pointing right, like this video if it spoke to your soul. Backhand index pointing right, share it with someone who needs to hear they're not too late to begin again. Backhand index pointing right, and don't forget to subscribe for more content that helps you grow in love, strength, and purpose. Speech balloon, what topic should we talk about next? Drop your ideas. We're building this journey together. You deserve a life that feels deeply worth living. And it starts right now. Yellow art.